Hey folks, David Frost, LazyGapTrader.com, and in this video we're talking about a couple of morning gap trades that were made on March 30th, 2016. In my course at LazyGapTrader.com, I teach gap trading strategies. I teach two specific different strategies. One is the morning gap trades, where I help you identify the price levels in which a stock is likely to have a price reaction, whether it's gapping higher at the open or gapping lower at the open. A lot of times these situations occur from a news-related event or earnings or a combination of both, and a stock will open up or down quite significantly different from where it closed the day before. What I teach in the course is how to identify those levels where we have a high probability of having a price reaction from those levels. The second thing I teach in the course is what I call the gap fill strategy, which is where I teach you how to utilize the same list from the morning gaps and use them for when stocks come back to fill their gaps later. I teach you which stocks it works the best with. I teach you how to play the gap trades, gap fill trades, and the morning gap trades. I teach you what to look for in terms of volume, what time frames to utilize on the charts. Is it a 5-minute time frame? Is it a 10-minute time frame? 15, 60, all of the above. I teach you precisely how to do this for yourself so that you can do this each and every day for the rest of your life. But today, let's talk about two specific gap trades that we had. Let me show you the email that went out to subscribers. In the morning, I send out an email to those that would like to subscribe to get my gap trades each and every day. It's in addition to what I teach in the course, and so I offer my gap levels on what I calculate early in the morning before the market opens. I have subscribers that get this each and every day. The email looks like this. Today, we only had 2 gap trades that I identified as strong possibilities for the day. I try to only put out what I think is the highest probability of success. Sometimes we'll have half a dozen, maybe even 8 potential gap trades. Sometimes we have 1 or 2. Sometimes we have anywhere in between. So today we had 2 potential gap trades. One was Shake Shack, and the second was Lululemon. And as you can see here in Shake Shack, SHAK is the symbol. I say gap higher, resistance levels are $37.05 and $39.51. So I'm giving a secondary level. And then I tell you what the stop and profit target, and I use the term about because you have to use a little bit of discretion in terms of a stop and profit target. And the profit target, what I teach in my course, is a minimum profit target, and I teach you how to maximize that and get the most out of the trade by holding on with a risk-free, emotionless trade, and that's one of the modules I teach in the course. The second stock was Lululemon. Gap higher, which means it was gapping up at the open from yesterday's close, and I'm saying resistance levels are $64.99 and $66.99, so that's a secondary level. And those that have taken the course know exactly what to do with both those levels if a stock should be gapping above or below the first level, if it's gapping down or gapping up. If the first level is surpassed at the open, people that have taken the course, traders that have taken the course, know exactly what to do with that. And I say stop and profit target is about 50 to 60 cents. Again, there's some discretion here, specifically with the morning gap trades. But let's go over to take a look at Shake Shack first and look what happened. So here's a daily chart of Shake Shack, and let's just see what the high of the day was. The high of the day was $37.08. And remember what the level was on the email I sent out before the market opened in the morning. The email said $37.05, which is the area we were recommending to short the stock. So as you can see, we only pierced through that level by a couple of pennies. And let me go over to a shorter time frame. And you can see here, this purple line is the same one from the daily chart. It's at $37.05. You can see the stock made a low of $35.57 just about a half an hour later from where we entered the trade as a short position. So that's a possible maximum gain of $1.48 or 4% in a half an hour, even if you got $1 out of it. If you got 75 cents or $1.25, whatever the number is, you were able to squeeze out of that. And in the course, I show you how to get the most out of that trade by making it a risk-free, emotionless trade by teaching a method as one of the modules in the course. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second stock today, which was Lululemon. Now here's Lululemon, and after I show you this, I'm going to show you the running performance that I'm going to bring up on the screen in a minute here, and of the total of all the gap trades that I send out to members each and every day. So Lululemon gapped above the first level, so that level's off the table, and then it came into the second level at 66.99, pierced through it by some, and then immediately reversed and came down, and you can see what happened, and you would have been out of the trade with a gain. It came down all the way to 65.71, so more than $1 gain on that trade in just about a half an hour. So what my point is here, you can see the power of the levels, the price levels that I teach you how to derive on your own by using simple mathematics. If you can find these price levels with a high degree of probability that the market or the stock will have a price reaction at those levels, you can literally make a living doing this, which takes generally an hour to an hour and a half a day maximum most of the time. You can find anywhere from 1, 2, 3 of these trades, and if you couple it together with the gap fill strategy, it's just a license to print money, folks. Let me show you the overall performance in a running total. Now here's my performance log from the Lazy Gap Trader, right? So as you can see here, it scrolls down and we have the performance and it goes on. I've been offering this particular service that I send emails out before the market opens, about 9:15 in the morning Eastern time. I've been offering this since the end of January 2016. So we have about 2 months of performance, and as you can see, we've had 59 total trades, 47 winners against 12 losses. It's an 80% win rate against a 20% loss ratio. Okay, that's a tremendous, tremendous statistic. You would be hard-pressed to find anybody with that kind of success rate that's documented like this, and I have every single email that's ever went out to members with these stocks on them with the price levels that you see here. Come over to lazygaptrader.com. Take the course, learn how to do this for yourself. I teach you everything you need to know in order to do exactly what I'm showing you here, which is make money in the market. I'm David Frost, lazygaptrader.com. Thanks for tuning in, folks.